both. That's
Yeah, how are you?
all right. Hello, Pradeep. Yes, very nice. Like finally we made it. The universe was
Yeah, yeah,
finally
yeah, yeah.
allowing us to get connected.
So nice to meet you and namaste from my side.
Namaste, Pradeep. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's pull this up. I've just invited also my
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
Fireflies
yeah.
note taker, if it's okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
work with
that's
Father
fine. I
Fireflies.
done it. So nice. So
Yes, how was the day? It's yeah, weekend, Friday evening for you.
yes. It's Friday evening for me here. So nice that we should able to connect today. And And now, generally, I used to call engineers for a talk in my YouTube channel. So I will ask them their stories. So there will be a lot of insight from their journey in their career or in life, what the mistake they have done, what the achievement they have done, and
Mm,
so many ups and downs. It's normally for everyone in this world. So from that people learn, and the same types of mistakes they will not do later in their life, so it will be a lesson for those people. So I want to make this 30 minutes with you very precious, and want to know from your side how you start the journey as a I also want to introduce you as like here with me is Daniel Stroh. And he is helping additive manufacturing and technical professionals rebuild resilient careers, and he is integrating presence, purpose, and performance. So actually, I want to know more about that, how you are going about all in your coaching journey. Before that, can you put some light how you get into this particular thing at this point?
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, thank you for the warm introduction, also, Pradeep. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. How did I land there? So my story is, it started with my personal desire for personal development. That
Okay.
was the driving innate force. And quite frankly, like 2 years ago, I didn't even understand really what coaching is about. I was rather interested in how can I improve my own lifestyle. And
Oh,
this was driven through my divorce, in
okay.
fact.
Yes.
So I had a very challenging relationship. We have our son together, and unfortunately, the relationship was going downwards. And I was looking for a solution that will keep my head above water and not losing my mind. I was in a very bad shape in my life, not doing good. And then I started with a personal development program that ran for 300 days.
Oh,
Um, it's a heroic coach. Actually, did it twice and afterwards.
yeah.
Uh, and the first time I did it just for myself to find again purpose and meaning in life, as I was really, really lost and I did not know where to go. There was no vision, there was no real values. I was stuck in this relationship and here on this beautiful island in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And and I'm and through this program that I integrated into myself, I realized, wow, that is actually working. And all of a sudden, like I felt better. I was able to deal with challenges at a very different level. I was able to find a personal like peace of mind quicker. And essentially all that work paid off, that now my ex-wife and we enjoy a relationship that is better than before. It's outstanding, like the level that we are able to communicate right now. And it took a lot of hard work, and I'm honestly, like, I'm very proud of that, what we reached now and how we're able to find solutions.
Yeah.
That also then tied into my work in additive manufacturing. So I've been working in that field now, for several years now. My background is actually in physics, so I have an engineering physics degree and then a master of science in photonics, so highly scientific and highly on the engineering side. So I understand how engineers and scientists kind of like think.
Yeah.
And however, I was worked on the sales side very, very quickly because I discovered I want to rather work with people, and so I was combining my technical expertise with my personal uh, drive for communication with people. So I ended up working for a startup and developing the US business for them from ground up. It was a white piece of paper. And I
Okay.
did that and I was successful in that and it was great until until my contract then with them expired. It was like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. It was right at the time when revenues was going down, companies getting consolidated,
Yeah.
people getting laid off. There was a lot of uncertainty, lots of pressure in that industry on many, many people. And then I saw the opportunity to help people that are facing the same situation right now with those tools. When I was faced with the situation of being, well, technically I wasn't laid off. My contract did not did expire, right? So it was like legally all fine, and I'm still very thankful and grateful for the opportunities that I had. It's friends of mine at Dimension. So I would have done the same if I were my own boss. I would have done the same. So I understand how that works.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the challenge comes with managing that and with handling that.
Yes.
And this is when I realized the 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 power and the impact of what I've done for myself. And then I made the decision I want to help other people in this industry facing similar challenges to cope with those challenges and to come out stronger than before. And this is where the term resilience comes in, like to face those challenges and to grow from them and not to um, break down on them.
So that's great that now you started sharing that your experience with other people so that they will be more resilient to these kind of situations. Yes, and I can understand from your story that the personal development is equally important, and it is as the foundation for the professional development. Because if we are weak at our personal side, professional side also we will not be performing that good. So, how you see that?
Yes, you've mentioned on a very important point, Pradeep. It's where I've also discovered the missed opportunity. Maybe it's just too strong of a word, but potential for growth when it comes to emotional intelligence and how do you deal with those situations. And I've also realized that it's different for engineers and for executives and the one in different roles. They have different pain points and different fears that are all valid for them.
Yeah,
And where I see myself is then to acknowledge that,
yeah,
right? And to acknowledge that fear, because it's a real fear that people feel. And how can you then address that? And with engineers specifically, and this I speak out of my personal experience, is like
yeah,
I wasn't really trained at in
yeah.
communicating and in understanding my emotions. And
Yes,
so, and in really discovering what is it that is driving me, right? Beyond the technical expertise in that way. And like I consider myself a nerd by heart, but but how do you transport that outside, right? And how do
yeah,
you
yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
create a lifestyle that is also in alignment with that?
That's great. So, now you are connecting with the technical people, and there is two type of coaching we can do. Actually, the personal side we can mentor them, and also the technical side when we are expert in a particular expertise or particular subject. In that also we can give the training. So, what do you feel? Because you have specifically mentioned about the additive manufacturing and tech people. So how it happened that how you can leverage specifically the additive manufacturing peoples, how you can do that, engineers, how you can do that. How,
Yeah, this is like, why is it that I focus specifically on this service
yeah,
sector? It's
yeah,
because
yeah,
of my personal experience.
yes,
It's like
yes,
where this is where I come from. I'm
yeah,
well connected in that industry also through my personal role,
yeah,
and I would say that I understand the challenges due to my origin story, and I can also speak the language with them. And I've been through that experience myself, and now I'm able to also help other people get out of that situation with a sustainable rhythm.
yeah. So definitely the career thing is very important because there where we are able to create, make money. So that only will help us for growing the other areas of our life. When we have the holistic growth, when we will look for the holistic growth, we have to look at the other areas of our life. So career is very important, and especially when we are looking into this specific technical area, as you took additive manufacturing, and you can see a lot of professionals are there. The advantage I can see from your side is that as an additive manufacturing person, you can able to the same similar kind of people in their technical side also, where they can have different career options they can have, and how they can perform better in their particular area. And especially you can give more tips on the technical side also, personal side also. That will be a great advantage for them, I think so.
Uh, yes, thank you also for this insight, Pradeep.
Yeah,
For me personally, my approach is rather on the person side. So instead of going deep into the technical expertise, I look at it more from as you described it as well, from the holistic perspective and the life. And often when you find out, right, the career, the successful career is a byproduct of the work that you do internally for yourself, right? So it's true that it's around the career aspect for people that are either now about facing a burnout, right? Because there's a lot of pressure that they feel due that people are getting laid off, but their job is just piling up, right? So they lack the support. Other people are feeling isolated and they felt there's no communication between them and the leadership. There's a mismatch, for example, that um, that it takes a toll on them, right? So so my approach is then to combine this and to discover and to figure out what is it that is actually driving you, and often it comes down then to something more deeper and more meaningful. And this is the beautiful work then to unpack, right? As you start at the surface level, it's what people think that is important to them, and then
yeah,
you unpack it, and then you discover what
yeah,
is really driving that. And this is where I see the real impact and the real power of it, because we're not dealing with surface level things, at least in my case. And there's a value in those different aspects, right?
sure, sure.
And my personal approach is rather this consciousness and presence first approach through the experience of um, of this nervous regulating systems, and for example through breath work, like yeah, for me, like I integrate somatic practices into this.
Yeah, you are doing a great job specifically addressing the specific technical peoples, and I think there is lot many people having this kind of issues and problems in their career and life. So, and as I am addressing a larger audience for engineers itself, and I can see that there is very much requirement for those people are looking at the particular technical areas they can work with, and also helping them with their this kind of their personal issues. Then it will be a great work from our side for those kind of peoples to come up in their personal side as well as in the professional side. So, as you know, that as a technical point, when we look at the additive manufacturing, we can see that technology is no getting so wide and deep, and more different kind of additive manufacturing technologies and with the different principles are coming up and all those kind of things. So you can see there is a big market, and a lot of peoples are in those areas, and a little bit of understanding of those things will really help to mentor those people in engineers in the specific field. Then I sure that it's going to help them really well when you have little bit understand about the technology side, as well as when you address those people working in the, because almost no 40% of their time they spend with their work, so in a day. So if we can able to handle the work issues and the technical related issues, because it's almost come similar what you have also already experienced. So it will be a
Mm.
great help to those people. How is the feedback from your present audience?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
What I've discovered as one of the benefits is the
Yeah.
ability then to stay
Okay.
focused on a task
Okay.
and being more efficient by not adding more things. This is the misconception that many people have, right? It's like, okay, I have to do more. I have to
Yeah.
do this. I have to do extra. I have to hack that. And my approach is like, no, 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 wait a minute. Actually, we're trying to do less, but the important things, right? And then it's the key is then to discover and to unpack what is actually important, what is driving you right now. Maybe also leaning on the 80-20 rule or the Pareto principles, right? And
Yeah.
in term and really unpacking the leverage points that will bring you further. How can you show up then in your work more empowered? How can you create, or how can you communicate maybe with your supervisor or with the leadership in a way? How can you confidently share your personal desires without losing uh, maybe trust or damaging the
Yeah.
relationship, but
Yes.
in contrary, strengthening the relationship
Yes.
and showing up then more powerful
Yeah.
and
Yes.
confident.
So
And
that's
there's a way to go about that. Yeah, there's actually a way that anybody can learn that. It's not what I like to highlight is also it's a skill that anybody can learn. This was one of my I had many insights, but one insight that I want to share also in this context is that in the context of neuroplasticity, right, that the one or the other maybe have also stumbled upon, and the implication that anybody can learn that being successful is not an exclusive thing for successful people that are just born with an ability to be successful. It's like, no, this is not how it works. Like
yes. Yes. Yes.
there's a system, there's a way that anybody can create it for himself, but that is intrinsically motivated, not externally motivated. And this
Yes.
is kind of like where it brings it down to.
Yeah, that is the point. I agree with you because everything can be learned, and the more interesting thing is that everything is no as natural in life, because only we only try to cover up, we only try to hide ourselves, we only try to we are being unnatural ourselves, so that having all this kind of resistance and in our life for doing something. So when we become more authentic ourselves, because when we remove that mask that we are trying to pretend to be a
Mm.
different person, then all problems start. So I have written one book,
Mm.
that Automate Your Growth, where I have mentioned that when you become an authentic personality, you will become naturally some qualities like courage, clarity, consistency, and the capability to build your skills, then consciousness and the caring nature all will grow. So this will act as a foundation for your for a holistic life. The holistic life, I mean, is that you can be good in your creating your wealth, create having your good health. You have to grow in your wealth, you have to grow in your health, you have to grow in your relationship, you have to grow in your career, and you have to grow in your own recreations, your individual interest. You have to look after that also, and you have to also contribute to the people, to the society, to
Mm.
your spouse and your family, your relations. You have to contribute, help them also. And also spiritual side, spirituality, what we call is that we are inner seeking, we'll have something that we want to find some meaning for something. For that also we should able to go deeper into that also. So all these 7 areas of our life, if we can address, then we can call it as a holistic growth. And career is very important, because where career only we can able to make or generate money, because money is required to the growth of other
Mm.
all areas. Whether you have to create wealth, you have one money. If you want to have a good health, you have money. For keeping good relationships, you want money. For building your career itself, you want money. You have to get more training and all those. And for your recreations, you want money. For contributing to other people, you want money. For your spiritual side, also you want money. Because if you want to sit in peace, there is a lot of problems that not having money will troubling you. So that also we can come out only if you want to seek in a spiritual side also you want money. So the career is only the way you can do that. Especially as an engineer, they have the good technical skills because they have the ability to help other people because they are the problem solvers. So definitely when somebody is problem solvers, definitely the opportunity to have money is much more. So engineers has that kind of advantage always compared to any other career. So that's why I specifically tell engineers that you have a better opportunity to have money, make money. So once you make money, you have to fulfill all other areas of our life. Then you can have holistic growth. So this is the way that we have to approach that. The basic minimum requirement to start with is that you have to find yourself, what you are actually is, what is your actual interest, your authentic nature. Remove all the mask. You come to this no true self of yours. Then automatically everything will come. So spend some time for that, and you spend some 12 minutes for yourself. Sit peacefully, silently, and do some thing because different people have different ways to teach them how to do that. And I have given a 12-minute exercise, mental exercise, meditative exercise that they can do so that they can have that kind of authentic nature automatically come to them. So this is the way that as a coach you also have trying to do the same kind of thing only but in a different manner, I understand.
Yeah, and you touched on something very, very important that I really, really like, Pradeep, how
Yeah,
you brought up the significance and the importance of authenticity.
yeah,
I think this really, really nails it and brings it down. As when you show up, I describe it also as an integrity with yourself, right?
yeah,
Like
yes,
when you're able to strip down all
yeah,
the fakeness and all the external biases that you had and all
yeah,
the limiting beliefs, and
yeah,
you start to see all of a sudden when all the fog is clear and the clarity comes in, and you start to recognize like, oh, this is who I am. This
yes,
is what is important to me, right?
yes, yes,
And and this will have then an an impact not only on the career but everything in life.
yes, yes.
How beautiful is that?
Yeah, sure, sure. You start finding more and more opportunities in life than just to compete with others. You will try. You will create more opportunities when you become a such a nature. Okay.
Absolutely. And once you start
Yeah,
walking that path and walking in integrity with
yeah,
your values, suppose you know them, right? Like the requirement to walking that is
yeah,
having the clarity to understand what is important to that. And once you do that, right? And this is I speak also from personal experience.
yeah, yeah,
This is then when the opportunities will come.
yeah,
And to top it even off is that it's also from me, the opportunities that were coming to me, I
yeah.
was not able to even imagine them before that.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's unimaginable to predict everything in the future, right?
So
But once you start walking that path and you take one step after the other and you stay focused on the process and you stay true to yourself,
yes,
as a consequence, the universe will reward you. There's no other way around that.
yes,
And maybe not everybody will understand that, but I went I went through the transformation myself,
yes,
and that's why now I'm at the position where I can confidently
yeah,
confirm this approach. It's not just something that somebody wrote in a book, right? It's like you have to. It comes through the experience. It's
yes, yes,
about bringing the wisdom that is there, bringing the wisdom and integrate it into your action, right? This is like when the magic is going to happen, like through action. Yeah.
So so this will act as a foundation for our career growth. So when then we will be more peaceful to work in our career. And how we can approach the career is that as far as an engineer we have to first we have to expertise, then we have to communicate your expertise to the world, then you should able to monetize. This is the three steps I generally suggest to the engineers that they have to do. And I also written a book on the regard that engineers growth redefined. In that I have mentioned these three steps. And when we go deeper into that three steps, like expertise means first you have to determine what is your expertise. Now you have your audience, your students, they have in additive manufacturing area. In additive manufacturing area also itself, you have more fine niche you can find out. They have something related to the FDM or SEM or different kinds of technologies that they are used for the additive manufacturing, and also for different kinds of application, aerospace applications, automobile applications and all. So this all can be a specific niche. On this they can work. So when they become more specialist, they become more expert, their value also increases. So for that, they have to determine what their expertise, then they have to develop their expertise. Once they focus, okay, this is the particular area I want to focus, then they can look at different kinds of knowledge from them, opportunities in that area. Then they can, that knowledge, they can deploy. That is determine, develop, and deploy. Deploy means that they can make it as a product or a service, and they can make it an offer to the other people. Okay, this is the thing. This is the product I made of this particular knowledge. They can make a machine, they can make a service oriented thing, or they can write a book, or they can do an online service or something, whatever, because there is a number of opportunities that when you focus on a particular area, and you can also find different, this customer specific to that particular knowledge. So that is the first step. Once you have the determine and then develop and then deploy your expertise, then the second step is to communicate. When we have to communicate, first we have to say the people, this is the kind of expertise I have, this is kind of products I have, I want, you can look at it, and then you can sell it. That is the second stage of communication, the selling communication, and then serve it. That is when you want to serve the this thing. So there you can start make the money. So that is the monetization part will start. Then you make the money, make the money, that is the direct income that you are getting out of your service. And also you can create passive incomes out of that. So for that, first you have to manage, and then you can multiply. In multiply, you can give multiple different kinds of services related to that also you can offer, and all those kind of things. So this is the way I see that career development, career growth can happen for engineers. So I think you will also looking at the similar manner at your students to bring out their the money out from their expertise. What's your
I
take on
love it.
that? Yeah.
Yes, thank you for describing also your framework, and it makes a lot of sense. And I really see the value in it and your approach, right?
Yes.
That it starts like with the clarity and understanding the skill set and
Yeah.
doubling down on that. And then once this is clear, right? It's always starts with clarity.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
It's always starts with the clarity, with the skill set, the understanding of that, the awareness of that. And then you brought something beautiful in Pradeep, that you how you expanded on that. You said like, hey, look what you can do. You can write a book. You can do another service. How can you can apply, maybe create like tailored solutions for a specific company because you're an expert in that field, right? So you're expanding the opportunities for the engineers. And I also speak here from personal experience. When you're sitting in there, you don't see that. You just see this without, if you want to do it all alone by yourself. I tried it alone by myself. It didn't work. Quite frankly, like it's very, very challenging to come out of these situations by yourself. And it's much more rewarding to seek out support when you are in need. And I really truly believe it's a sign of courage to ask for help and to ask for guidance, to accelerate one's growth. So it's very, very valuable, the work that you do there, Pradeep.
Yes, yes. So I think we have a limit of time. Anyway, you have beautifully came out with your views how to upskill and help the engineers. And what do you have to give guidance if you are offering engineers? What is what is one point you want to share for the young engineers that any takeaway your experience that how they have to approach a life and career?
Yeah, it's a beautiful question. Thank you for asking that. Um, if I could give me some advice a couple of years ago, I would have said like
Yeah, sure.
to go on this journey of self-discovery
Yeah.
as soon as as soon as you can, in
Yeah.
terms of in order to show up with your authentic self and to understand what to understand your limiting beliefs and to cope with them and to have that space and not being afraid to ask for help. I think this is
Oh,
an important one. At least for me, it was an important one. Not be afraid to ask for help from somebody who's been through the journey as well. There's a lot of value in that, and that will just accelerate one's own growth. And for that, for example, I offer like a weekly workshop every Wednesday. So for me, like I'm based here in the Americas, so everything is more like on the US side of things. For me, where people can just join and experience it for themselves, right? To
yeah.
go through such an experience where they can step back, slow down, and hear their words and thoughts again. And it's been very rewarding.
Yeah, that's great. If you knock the door, somebody will open the door. Definitely they will have they will get what they want because most of the people don't know want to grab the opportunities whatever coming on their way. When they find that okay, this is the right person, you can ask question. They will not ask, then they lose that opportunity. So definitely
Mm.
we should be more vulnerable and we should be ready to share our problems. Then definitely the solution will be what we will be getting. That is a great takeaway for all the people, all the engineers, all the listeners, and this. And I am any other point you like to share?
Yes, also that uh, speaking to the engineers, you're not alone. You are not alone. There are many other engineers who face
Yeah,
similar challenges.
yeah,
And there's a power in community when
yeah,
you bring those people together and
yeah,
they realize it. I've seen it so many times
yeah,
in these conversations when it's like,
yeah.
oh, they can relate to other people. And then it just opens up these opportunities and the world will open then up for you.
Yes, yes. So nice nice to talk to you, and I think this will be very useful to all the listeners. And I will be sharing your link, whatever is there below in the description, so that the people can
Ah,
reach out to
mhm,
you, so that you can help them because you are in a different part of the world, and you have in the demographic also you have. The specific people facing personal issues may be very aligned to you what you are experienced, so they will be
mm.
really helpful for those kind of people. And I'm sure, and I am thank you for fighting time and reaching out to me, and also no, spending your valuable time with me for this talk. And so nice of you. We will keep in touch, and we will keep sharing the knowledge so that both of our community will be helped and useful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Pradeep, for this opportunity, and thank you for everybody listening. Just by listening, also you already make the first step into your own growth journey. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.